Digital leadership is not just about tools, platforms, or strategy. It is about how we show up, communicate, and build trust in a virtual world. At its core, leadership is the integration of how we think, act, and live across our business, work, and life. And in the digital world, digital leadership shows up in our ability to adjust, innovate, and lead effectively in a rapidly changing environment. And remember, we're all called to lead in some way, even if we don't have a formal leadership title. Now, welcome to Digital Marketing Secrets, folks. I'm Richard Fontenay, and today we will explore how emotional intelligence strengthens collaboration in digital teams and why integrity is the foundation of effective online leadership. Now, before we go any further, take a moment to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes designed to help you grow your digital presence and leadership skills. So let's get on with today's topic: digital leadership that works, collaboration with integrity. Let's begin with a simple truth. Digital teams rely on communication more than proximity. Without emotional intelligence, that communication can quickly break down. Messages can be misunderstood, tone can be misread, and trust can weaken. But when emotional intelligence is present, communication becomes clearer, more respectful, and more effective. Now, those of you who listen to these Digital Marketing Secret podcasts know that I invariably explore 5 actionable strategies. And today is not going to be any different. Today, my focus is to help you lead digital teams with collaboration and integrity. The first strategy is clarity and communication. In digital environments, clarity is essential. Without face-to-face interaction, assumptions can easily form. Emotionally intelligent leaders take time to communicate expectations clearly. They use simple language, confirm understanding, and invite questions. For example, instead of sending a vague message about a project, leaders work with their teams to outline specific steps, timelines, and responsibilities. This reduces confusion and builds confidence within the team. The second strategy is intentional listening. Listening in a digital environment requires focus and effort. It means paying attention to written messages, tone, and timing. Leaders can demonstrate listening by acknowledging messages, asking follow-up questions, and responding thoughtfully. Consider a situation in which a team member shares a concern via chat or email. An emotionally intelligent leader does not ignore it, or he doesn't respond quickly without any kind of thought. They take time to understand and respond with care. And that is the critical statement here. They take time to understand and respond with care. The third strategy is empathy in action. Empathy is critical in digital teams because we often do not see what others are experiencing. People may be balancing work, family, or other responsibilities behind the screen. Leaders who show empathy create a supportive environment. They check in, offer flexibility when possible, and encourage effort and recognize effort. For example, if a team member is struggling to meet a deadline, An empathetic leader explores solutions rather than assigning any kind of blame. This builds trust and strengthens relationships. The fourth strategy is consistency and integrity. In digital leadership, consistency builds credibility. Integrity ensures that actions align with words. Leaders who follow through on commitments, communicate honestly, and treat others with respect create a culture of trust. Inconsistent communication or broken promises can quickly damage relationships in a digital setting. Trust, once lost, is difficult to rebuild. It's like breaking a window. We can patch it up with tape, but it never looks the same, both on the inside and on the outside. The fifth strategy is fostering collaboration. Digital teams thrive when collaboration is encouraged and supported. Leaders can create opportunities for team members to share ideas, contribute, and work together. Now, this might include regular virtual meetings, collaborative tools, or open channels for discussion. The goal is to create a connection, even in a virtual space. Now, I was just on a coaching session where a leader indicated that he now virtually meets with his team almost daily, not to check up on them, but to help them be better managers and leaders. Now, before we go any further, what do you think of these strategies? Clarity and communication, intentional listening, empathy and action, consistency and integrity, and a willingness to foster collaboration. Are they doable? Can you see yourself implementing them? Let me know in the comments below. I would dearly love to hear from you. Now let's bring these strategies to life through some real examples. Consider an at-home entrepreneur managing a small remote team. At first, communication was inconsistent and tasks were often misunderstood. By focusing on clarity and structure, this leader began to outline expectations more clearly and check for understanding. As a result, productivity improved and frustration decreased. Here's another example. A digital marketer noticed that team engagement was low, messages were short, and collaboration was limited. By introducing regular check-ins and encouraging open dialogue, the leader created a more connected environment. Now, this is very similar to the leader that I mentioned earlier. And just like that leader that I recalled, team members began sharing ideas and supporting one another. Let's look at a third example. An online business owner faced a conflict between two team members. Instead of avoiding the issue, the leader addressed it directly with empathy and fairness. By listening to both perspectives and guiding the conversation toward a resolution, the leader strengthened trust within the team. Now, the leader engaged the team members in a breakthrough coaching session in which the team discussed the issue to achieve a breakthrough resolution. Now, these stories highlight an important point. Digital leadership is not about controlling people. It's about guiding, supporting, and connecting with them. Now let's talk about your next steps. Start by reviewing your current communication style. Are your messages clear, respectful? Are you being intentional in your communication practice? Next, create space for listening. Encourage feedback and make it easy for team members to share their thoughts. And thirdly, practice empathy by considering the experiences of others. Ask probing questions and show understanding. Fourthly, commit to consistency. Follow through on your promises and communicate openly. And finally, build collaboration into your processes. Create opportunities for connection and shared success. Now, if you're just starting out as an at-home entrepreneur, this may feel like an awful lot. But remember, leadership is learned step by step. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to be intentional. Small actions, practiced consistently, create meaningful results. Now, as you develop emotional intelligence, you will notice changes in how your team responds. Communication improves, trust grows, and results follow. And perhaps the most important thing is that you create an environment where people feel valued and supported. And that, my friends, is true power of leadership. Because in the digital marketing world, leadership is what builds trust, and trust builds everything. Remember, sustainable excellence is built in rhythms and not marathons. If this conversation resonated with you, please subscribe, like, and refer to a friend. And thank you for doing so. I'm Richard Fontenay, signing off for now. Join me next week as I explore another digital secret, transparent and honest reviews. Please join me. Bye for now.